My guest this morning has offered holistic development services and strategies to individuals and communities for over 25 years. He is an experienced counselor and development advocate and have produced many projects to assist singles into marriage and newlyweds, wedded. Now he is here to share his collection of books and possibly leave us with a few tips for a healthy relationship. We welcome Reverend Christopher Brodber to share more. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise.
Morning, Adrian. How are you?
I'm good. Well, great to have you. But first of all, we're going to delve into your writing, your art of writing.
Thank you.
And we have a book on display. So you want to be a wife. So you want to be a wife.
Right.
Why that title, by the way?
Well, because the truth is, every little girl, I perceive, every little girl has dreams of being a wife. It's the fantasy of the little girl. She thinks of the day she will wed the prince, so to speak, hoping that it will be Prince Charming. So the idea of the book is that, yes, you have the dreams, but we want to make sure that you prepare to be with Prince Charming.
Okay. So now that there's a vision of Prince Charming, what does the book reveal? Let's go through it.
It's strategies of proper preparation. Because while we're gung-ho, everybody is excited about the wedding day. A lot of persons are not excited about the marriage, remembering that it takes work. Even in the fairy tale dynamic, we hear of happily ever after. And in the movies, those romantic comedies, they ride off into the sunset and it's, all cheerful and good. But if you know marriage can be difficult. Even though it's wonderful and can be blissful, it can really put a bite into you, right? So the idea is proper preparation strategies. How to get ready for it, knowing what a man is thinking when he is thinking of, I'm going to be husband. What does it mean? There is some demands that guys put on their, wives. And she has to know about this, that, the Prince Charming, when he's a boy, he's not just dreaming about the wedding day. He's dreaming about the honeymoon and all of the days after, where he's able to wake her up and say, honey, are you asleep? Can we,
Yeah.
and so on.
But let's talk a little bit about perhaps knowing someone but not knowing someone.
Yes.
And the honesty or the dishonesty that comes.
Well, this is why preparation is key for marriage.
Can you be really prepared for it?
Well, that's why I do what I do. And I am an advocate. I tell people, you're going to spend $1 million on your wedding. Cut that budget and spend something on the preparation. Spend a little money on proper preparation, where you are ferreting out with your counselor any little secrets, because you don't want any negative surprises. You don't want to get married and hear that the man has 10 children he never told you about, or that the woman, you get married and you find out she really can't have kids and she never said anything. She knew it, never said anything to you. And these things have happened. So you want to sit with a third party, a good third party, and become accountable and open before that person, so that there's no negative surprises when you say, I do. And you go into it knowing what you're getting into. Because marriage is like a business arrangement, so to speak, loosely. You're signing on the dotted line to be together, to have this partnership, but you have to go into it knowing all the dynamics of what you're agreeing to. That the person is healthy, that the person, they're not carrying a whole heap of debt that you don't know about. So once you say I do, you now owe $20 million, or that the person is not wanted in 5 states, and so you in the car caught with them, you're going to prison too. Excuse me. Excuse me. And so it is imperative to sit down with someone so that you're properly prepared for this rest of your life. And that you know that happily ever after is not just futuristic. It is, you one day at a time.
So you go through the process and you are prepared, but then you realize this is not for you. What happens at that point?
Well, hopefully I can help you to realize it's not for you before you get into it, right? So that's good. If at the premarital counseling stage you realize, I don't want to marry her, or I don't want to marry him, we have succeeded. My job is not just to get you to the altar to say, I do, and, you know, and then try live it out. My job is to have you think about this. Think about this guy. Do you want to, is this the guy you want to marry? Do you want to chase happily ever after with him? If not, then just, you know, we call it off now. If so, then I'm going to be your cheerleader. I will be your accountability partner. I'm going to walk with you guys, you know, through this to make sure you chase happily ever after. But for sure, don't get into it with doubts, with fears, with concerns, with questions, you know, aplenty. Go into it confidently, excited, knowing that, yes, I'm going to have some work to do along the way to chase happily ever after. But I am doing my best to prepare now.
What is the real meaning of marriage, Pastor Brodber? Because over time, the meaning has changed for different people.
Well, we can say it is, as I say, a partnership. You are signing on the dotted line, basically, right? To say, I pledge to be with this person and to search and work toward their happiness, and them finding, becoming the best that they can be. That is the imperative for marriage.
Right.
You know, two persons agreeing to walk together, hand in hand, for the benefit of both.
So it's not about the premarital counseling now, and we agree to all the fine print in the arrangement, and then 2 years from now, we call it quits.
No.
That's not what it is.
No,
but we
it's a
find
big...
that a lot of that has been happening.
Well, you realize, you know, it's very concerning what is happening in marriages, I can tell you that. It's very concerning. We heard what happened the other day on Windward Road, and it's really heartbreaking for me. I'm a gung-ho advocate for love and romance. And when I see a marriage ending like that, with such painful situations, I like to tell couples, you know, involve someone else in your marriage. That's your counselor. You know, don't think you have to do it alone. And don't run out for a third party. You know, you have to have a matey, have a wifey, somebody on the side to help you through. No, that's not how you do it. Grab a counselor and somebody who can walk with you guys and work with you guys. And it's okay if the marriage is not working. There's life after marriage. You don't have to, you know, your life doesn't have to come to an end because your relationship is coming to an end. And I'd like to say to couples, you know, we've really made marriage a big deal in our society, and it is a big deal. But you have to know that there is life after marriage, and you can still have the best of your life after your marriage fails. You can still be happy after marriage fails.
And how can individuals obtain copies of this book?
Well, it's available. It's available online, Amazon.com. Or if you want to schedule sessions with me, counselerscouch.com, one word, COUNSELLORS, no hyphen, couch, COUCH.com, and you can make a booking with me, and or you can get the books from Amazon, or you can reach out to me and I get a copy if you're in Jamaica.
All right, thank you so much, Pastor Brodber, giving your title there.